All right, listen carefully, because what I'm about to tell you isn't one of those typical study hacks you find on YouTube or motivational pages. This is something I call the study method that 100% helps you top exams. And before you assume it's some fancy term or secret routine, let me tell you something very honestly. This method isn't about doing more than others. It's about doing what others can't even mentally handle. You see, most students study in a loop. They read, they memorize, they revise, and they forget, again and again. They think they're working hard, but they're actually trapped inside a cycle of fake productivity. They're moving fast, but they're not moving forward. That's the difference between an average student and a topper. The topper doesn't study more, the topper studies differently. Now, let me ask you, how many times have you studied a topic for hours and still blanked out during the exam? How many times have you revised something and thought, I know this, but when you saw the question, your brain froze? That's because your brain never learned to lock information deeply. You were just feeding it noise, pages, words, and facts, without giving it meaning, emotion, or structure. This method changes that completely. When you apply it, every minute you study will stick. You'll feel your memory grip the information like it's tattooed in your mind. You'll stop feeling anxious before exams because you'll know, not hope, that what you've studied will appear in your paper, and you'll remember it effortlessly. But here's the truth. This method demands something that most students avoid: mental control. You have to control what you focus on, how you absorb it, and how you test yourself. You'll have to be ruthless with distractions, emotionless with excuses, and obsessed with depth. Because topping an exam is not about intelligence, it's about psychological domination. You dominate your mind first, and your exams follow naturally. When I say this method 100% helps you top, I don't mean it's magic. I mean it's mathematically predictable. If you follow it correctly, your results will rise whether you're a weak student or an average one. Because once your brain starts working like this, you'll feel something strange happen. You'll study less, but your understanding will be sharper. You'll recall entire concepts from memory. You'll connect topics like a professional. And when others panic near exams, you'll be calm, because you'll know you've already won days ago. So, before we begin, forget everything you think you know about studying. Forget tips, tricks, and motivational speeches. From this point forward, I want you to think like a strategist, not a student. Because toppers aren't lucky, they're trained. And this is the training they never tell you about. Step 1, the mental reset, the wipeout phase. Before you even touch your books, you need to clean your mind completely. See, most students sit to study with leftover thoughts from social media, conversations, emotions, and fears. Their brain is already noisy. You can't download new data into a device that's already filled with junk. Here's what toppers subconsciously do. They reset their mental field before every study session. They sit for 2 minutes in silence and force themselves to forget everything happening outside that book. They literally tell themselves, for the next hour, I don't exist anywhere else. This is not motivation. It's neuroscience. When you mentally isolate your focus, your brain releases more acetylcholine, a chemical that strengthens memory formation. It's the difference between reading words and engraving ideas. So before studying, stop everything. Don't start the session until you feel mentally empty and still. That silence is your first step to control. Step 2, the inversion focus technique. Now this is where the game flips. Most people study to remember. That's wrong. Toppers study to explain. The inversion focus technique means this: when you read something, immediately try to explain it as if you're teaching it. Not later, not tomorrow. Immediately. You don't even need a real person. Just talk to yourself. Stand up, speak out loud, or imagine explaining it to a confused friend. Why? Because when you explain something, your brain is forced to organize the information into a logical structure. That structure builds neural order. When you only memorize, the brain stores random data. When you explain, it creates a map. After doing this for a week, you'll start noticing something weird. You'll open a topic and instantly know how it connects to 5 others. That's when you're no longer a student. You're becoming a strategist. Step 3. The silent recall drill. Every night, toppers don't revise. They replay. They close their books, lie down, and mentally walk through what they studied without looking. They don't aim to be perfect. They aim to see what their brain still remembers. When you do this, your brain creates what psychologists call retrieval pathways. You're literally building highways inside your mind that connect one idea to another. That's why toppers can recall answers instantly during exams. It's not talent, it's training. Do this every night for 15 minutes, even if you're tired. If you can recall something mentally before sleeping, it means your brain has stored it permanently. Step 4. The 2-depth rule. This rule will separate you from every average student. Whenever you learn a topic, don't stop at what or how. Always go 2 layers deeper. Ask why, and then why again. Example, don't just learn why photosynthesis happens. Ask why that specific process is necessary for energy balance, and then why that balance affects survival of ecosystems. Each why adds a new layer of neural depth. The deeper your brain processes something, the harder it becomes to forget it. That's why toppers don't revise 100 times. They understand once, deeply. If you go 2 layers deeper for every topic, even your toughest subjects will start feeling logical. You'll stop fearing them because your brain will own them. Step 5. The exam visualization technique. One of the biggest mistakes students make is separating study from exam. Toppers blend the two. Every single day when they study, they visualize being inside the exam hall. They imagine reading a question and instantly knowing the answer. They imagine their hand writing confidently. That may sound psychological, and it is. Visualization creates real neural rehearsal. It's like mentally giving your brain a pre-exam every single day. So when the actual exam happens, your brain says, "I've been here before." And that's exactly why toppers stay calm while others panic. They've already lived the moment hundreds of times inside their minds. Step 6. The emotion lock method. This is the final and most powerful step. Whatever you study, attach emotion to it. It can be curiosity, power, even anger. But emotion turns information into memory glue. If you read a chapter and feel nothing, your brain will discard it. But if you feel intensity, if you link a formula to a sense of pride or a concept to your future dream, your brain marks it as important for survival. That's how it locks in. Every topper has emotional anchors hidden in their memory. They don't just study math, they study their math. They connect it to identity. And identity is impossible to forget. So next time you study, don't read passively. Feel something. Connect it to your goal, your ego, your desire to rise above everyone else. That emotional current is what drives your brain to remember forever. You know what's crazy? Most students will watch this, nod their heads, feel motivated for 5 minutes, and then go back to scrolling. But a few of you, the rare ones, will actually apply it. You'll reset your mind, control your focus, and start studying like someone possessed. And those few, you'll be the ones everyone calls lucky a few months later. But luck has nothing to do with it. You'll know that. Because what you just learned isn't a trick, it's a system. You're not a student anymore. You're a machine designed to remember, to understand, and to dominate. So if you've made it till the end, comment right now, "I'm not a student anymore, I'm a system." Let's see how many of you actually mean it, because the toppers of tomorrow are built right here.